Kris Jenner has established firm guidelines for Corey Gamble as she prepares for her wedding. He'll handle. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble have been together for 10 years now. They met at a party in Ibiza back in August 2014. The event was hosted by a fashion designer named Riccardo Tisci. Since then, the two of them have remained close and continued their relationship through many ups and downs. Over time, there have been talks about how Kris Jenner has a lot of rules that Corey must follow. Even though he has been with her for so long, it seems like these rules might become even stricter if they get married. Kris is reportedly very serious about getting married, but she wants to make sure there is a strong agreement in place before doing so. This agreement, also called a prenup, is said to come with more rules for Corey, and some people wonder if it will affect how things go between them. A source who spoke with Life and Style magazine said that Corey already has to follow many rules when it comes to how he behaves and what he says. But according to the source, if the wedding happens, things will become even more limited for him. The same person said Corey is starting to wonder if it is worth it to continue because, in the end, if they do end up separating, he might not get much. This has made people curious about whether the wedding will actually happen and what it would mean for both of them. Earlier this year, Kris Jenner added more fuel to the wedding rumors during an episode of her family's show, The Kardashians. She gave a hint that she might consider getting married when she turns 70. That statement got many people talking. A source who claims to be close to the couple said that Kris is dreaming of a very big wedding. She wants it to be a huge event with a lot of guests, almost 1,000 people. This source also mentioned that although Corey might not agree with everything, in the end, he is likely to do what Kris tells him to do. But even with that, the wedding is becoming a very stressful topic. Kris wants everything to be very grand and more exciting than what her daughter Kourtney had for her own wedding. This has made the planning process feel more overwhelming than joyful. There are also reports that Kris wants many famous people to perform at the wedding. The guest list is said to be filled with popular names from the entertainment world. According to some insiders, Kris is even asking Corey to use his connections and reach out to every celebrity he knows. This is a big request, especially since they haven't even picked a date yet. Corey, as reported by the same insider, is having a hard time trying to calm Kris down. He's telling her to slow things down a bit because he doesn't want to handle the pressure that comes with organizing such a massive event. The relationship between Kris and Corey has always gotten a lot of attention, partly because of their age difference. But despite that, Kris once said that there's just something about their connection that works. She can't explain the bond they share. Still, some people who know them say that Kris seems more focused on how famous she can look by having a grand wedding than on the actual relationship with Corey. This comment came from someone who knows them well. That same person pointed out that Kris isn't even wearing an engagement ring yet, but she is already acting like a bride who wants everything her way. Back in 2018, when Kris and Corey had already been together for 4 years, people noticed her wearing a very big diamond ring. That made fans and the media wonder if Corey had proposed to her. Everyone wanted to know the truth, but Kris didn't give a clear answer. She was asked about it when she appeared on The Late Late Show with James Corden. The host asked if she was engaged to Corey, and instead of giving a direct answer, Kris decided to avoid the question. She was playing a game called Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts. In that game, if she didn't want to answer the question, she had to eat something strange. She chose to eat bugs instead of telling people whether she was engaged or not. James Corden joked that the ring she was wearing looked like it could be an engagement ring. But Kris replied by saying, "This is not the ring." Corey was watching everything from backstage during that moment. The fact that she didn't answer the question only made people more curious. Ever since then, fans have continued to wonder what's really going on between the two. Even though they have been together for a long time, and Kris often talks about how happy she is, it seems like there are still many questions about their future. People close to them say Corey is trying to keep things peaceful, but he might be getting tired of the demands that come with being with someone like Kris Jenner. Still, despite everything, he usually agrees with what she wants. That's why many think the wedding will probably happen, even if it comes with stress and more rules for Corey. From the way things look, Kris wants to make this wedding one of the biggest celebrity events in a long time. She wants it to be remembered for how huge and exciting it is. She's thinking of every little detail and making sure everything goes her way. But in trying to do that, it's possible that Corey might feel like his thoughts don't matter as much. Some people believe he's doing his best to support her, but the question remains if that support will still be strong once all the pressure of the wedding starts to take its toll. It's also worth noting that throughout their relationship, Corey has mostly stayed away from the spotlight. He isn't as well known as Kris, but he has become more visible in the public eye because of their relationship. Even though he appears on some episodes of the family's show, he usually keeps his personal life private. That has helped avoid too much drama in the public, but planning such a large and fancy wedding may change that. While some think Kris is being too controlling with how she wants everything to be, others believe she's just trying to enjoy one of the most important moments of her life. She has worked for many years to build her brand, and she may see this wedding as another way to show the world how far she has come. But as always, there's a fine line between celebrating something big and putting too much pressure on everyone involved. So far, there is still no confirmed wedding date, and it is not clear whether an official engagement has taken place. Kris hasn't made any big announcement, and Corey hasn't said anything either. But with all the planning going on, it looks like something might be in the works. Whether or not they decide to move forward with the wedding, the attention on their relationship isn't going away anytime soon. People will continue to watch what happens between Kris and Corey. Their story has become a part of the bigger Kardashian story that fans have followed for years. Some fans are excited to see what the wedding could look like. Others are more interested in how Corey will manage the pressure and the rules if they do get married. Whatever the case may be, their relationship is still going strong, at least for now. As things continue to unfold, many will be waiting to see whether Kris gets her dream wedding and whether Corey will be able to live with the changes that come with it. The world will be watching, and no matter what happens, it will surely be talked about by fans and the media for a long time. From the way things look, Kris wants to make this wedding one of the biggest celebrity events in a long time. She wants it to be remembered for how huge and exciting it is. She's thinking of every little detail and making sure everything goes her way. But in trying to do that, it's possible that Corey might feel like his thoughts don't matter as much. Some people believe he's doing his best to support her, but the question remains if that support will still be strong once all the pressure of the wedding starts to take its toll. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.